Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
It's one of those things that rookie quarterbacks just really struggle with early on in the NFL. If you just stare down your primary read, you're going to get yourself into a lot of trouble. So continue to work through your progressions, take what's there, find the open receiver, and with more reps, this is something that you have to imagine he's going to really improve at.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Now, faking the give. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Play fake. Prescott. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
46.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. On the return, it's Moore. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field.
Ready. 30 claws ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get that to all his tight end. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. A gain there of 11. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And he's in! Touchdown, Bengals. That his 2nd TD catch of the season on his McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Bengals 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
First down, Prescott. A quick slash taken by Lamb. Now he's free at the 35. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big connection from Dak to CD. 71 yards.
The quarterback's going to get all the credit for the passing yards here, but Mike, you know what makes a really good quarterback? Really good weapons on offense, and this is a great example here why. Not a real deep pass, albeit accurate and on time, but then after the catch is where a bulk of the gain came from, and we're seeing that become a big part of NFL offenses. Not everything has to be a bomb downfield. Big plays can come from short throws.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for second and goal. Back to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
Drop 50, drop 60.
Throwing here on third and goal. He's got his big tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. Cowboys have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Howard. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Rebel on the coverage.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. That's complete to all the tight ends. And they will finally run him down. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll throw on first down with Howard. Quick throw here is complete. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Throwing again, Howard. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From 29, here's second down and 6. And that ball incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
That is caught, finding Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howard. He'll find Case. That's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
14 more yards. That's another Bengals.
Howard to throw again. He'll swing this one out to Brown. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Here's second and 6. On the RPO, it's a throw, and it's Higgins. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Brown. I don't think I was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up 4th down. But somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. I think he's going to get this first down by about the length of the football.
Now Howard on first down. He'll look underneath here for Brown. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They run. It's out of the gun, and that's Spears. The flag is down. It's a gain of a yard. But let's check the call. To throw is Howard. This one intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
A first down throw for Prescott. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Dak going to give this to Blue. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to the 20.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
It's first down, and they'll run. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had third and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Hey,
On the play fake. Dak. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch number 5 tonight. And it's good for a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
On play action, here's Dak. Left side, caught by Lamb. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On second down, they'll run. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Red. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Still on the move. Return here now going to be taken past the 20, and they'll set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run back.
To throw it on first down is Howard. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
A carry here for Brown. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
This is hot toward the side of the end zone. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. McPherson's good on the extra point. And the Bengals are able to cut the deficit to 10.
31. Bengals 21. Evan McPherson.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A return coming from the 14. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Dak can throw it here on first down. That is knocked away, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. That might be a late hit on the quarterback. They run straight ahead with Flew. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 44 right in. Here we go, 54 right in. Here we go, 46.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Now, this looks like a design run. Not a whole lot happening there. Just a short pickup.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
65, 65, Panther 6, Panther 11, Panther 11.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the football at their own 23.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
An injured player down there, and that's the man they can't afford to lose. It is indeed Dak Prescott. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Dallas first down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now a screen set up for Blue. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's a zone read. He'll keep it himself, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one swung out to Blue, and he's going to be close to the first down. Markham just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Now that 19 Charger, 79 Broncos.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They'll return this from the 11. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready. Hut.
Quickly into the hands of Chase. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
52 blaster. Slide through. Set.
Now they'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 15 on that game. It's a Cincinnati first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down.
They'll look to throw again. First down throw there is incomplete.
Intended for Chase.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Brings up a third down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. First and 10 now from the 36. A run with Blue. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
Here's first down.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Right through. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll get that to all his tight end. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance.
That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bland.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. And make that a 5th straight victory as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night from Cincinnati.